had the just beautiful good fortune, privilege of spending a big part of a day inside your restaurant in Bloomington, Minnesota, and Don and Steve were excellent hosts. And, I wanted to come in and really kind of understand the experience, the operation. Yeah, I wanted a free butter burger too, but that's beside. And I got one, and the custard and the cheese curds. I didn't have to eat for 2 weeks after that. Look at that table; it was beautiful. And what was interesting to me about the conversation, we were having a business conversation, context, talking about culture, your approach to the guest experience, your relationships with team members. And in the midst of our conversation, a defining moment revealed itself. And you couldn't have scripted this, but I want to walk you into the experience that I had having lunch in your restaurant that day and introduce you to a very, very special Culver's guest. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Helen Kruse.
Why when Donnie just opened Don Fong's? Well, I'm going to go with a powerful team right here, that I have a lot of support, that I have a system. I have the corporate, who I mentioned before, who I can confidently work each day knowing that they're behind my back if something goes wrong.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Helen. Happy birthday.
See the faces? You see the faces?
96.
Thank you.
And that's Culver's. A little bit goes a long ways, isn't it? That's Culver. A little bit goes a long ways.
So we were talking about table touches. Yeah. So when the owner comes to your table and takes care of you,
That makes a big difference.
it's a big difference.
Oh, yes.
Because that's the story to tell.
Absolutely.
Bravo. Bravo. That's Culver's, to me. And this is Helen Kruse. Now, when we saw this unfolding in front of our eyes, I just thought, of course, she's 96, she's celebrating her birthday. I'm just going to walk by her table and on the way out, wish her a happy birthday. I said, hey, happy birthday, Helen. She looked up and said, sit down, young man. And so when a 96-year-old on her birthday asks you to sit down, you sit down. Sit down. And we got into a conversation. She told me about her life. She was very proud of the fact that she was a veteran, World War II veteran. And that photograph that I'm holding in my hand is a picture of her in uniform. She pulled that out of her purse and wanted to make sure I saw that and understood what patriotism means, because my generation's forgetting that. And we got into this conversation. And her daughter was sitting across from her, and she was telling me about her life and how she met a great love in the war and lost him, and it was a beautiful story. And I said, Helen, you're here on your 96th birthday. Why did you come to Culver's? She said, I love it here. And the way she said it, from my perspective, had less to do with the food and a whole lot more to do with the people and the experience and the relationships. It's a defining, yeah, go ahead, yeah. It's beautiful when you witness someone celebrating a defining moment in their life, and it's so beautifully captured. And that's what happened in that restaurant that day. And there's an art to that, a humility to that, an express focus and appreciation to that. And that was probably one of the biggest lessons I learned as a consultant and an expert and an author, spending time with you in Bloomington, Minnesota. And for just, I think, one of the most beautiful and brilliant insights, and I certainly intend to share this with others, around capturing a defining moment. Have a look.
Almost every day I come to work, someone says, you have a great team. Where do you get them? People that say, well, Don, yes, you hire them. No, but that takes more than that. Yeah. I love to be able to say, Don Fong, or the owner, could be at the door every day. That can't be possible. But they can be extensions of my arm. Yes. And I don't want them to be all Don Fong. I want them to be the Gabbies or the Misties or the Calebs or whom it may be. And use the same passion that I have in your own way. And then people will like that.
Genuine, caring in action. That's what makes it happen. You do that consistently, but being genuine is the key.
Yeah.
You know, because people can tell
They can.
if you're faking it or you're doing it because the boss told you you have to do it. They can tell that. But in Culver's, we strive to get more than that. And that's about building a culture within the business. And when you have that culture in place, as Don has done so well with building here, you can feel it when you walk into a restaurant when they have it right. So that consistency builds frequency, and frequency builds loyalty. So I talked to a guy named Mike today. He comes here 3 times a day.
We're talking
I'm
about
just
Mike,
saying,
okay?
That's amazing.
Mike, you're awesome. Love you, man. Every interaction is an opportunity to make a difference with somebody, right? In some way. And you may never meet the person again, but if they can leave with a memory, that's a good thing, right?
Well done. Genuine caring and action delivered consistently. I couldn't have said it any better. I don't say it any better. I think that is the new economy leadership mandate. That is how you influence culture. And when everybody's coming from that place and that perspective, it does give you an opportunity to turn a transaction into a defining moment, create a memory that lasts inside someone's heart and mind for the rest of their life.